Civics Unit 2, Citizen and Citizenship. So what is civics? Civics is the study of government. So any government. So when we study about it, the government is called civics. Next we move on to citizen. Citizen is a person of a country who is entitled to enjoy all the legal rights and privileges granted by a state and is obligated to obey its laws and to fulfill his duties. It means a citizen can enjoy all the legal rights and privileges of a state or a country if he is a citizen of that country. Then he has to fulfill the rights and obey the laws of his government. A citizen enjoys full civil and political rights. So he is having every right in the state or his country. So he is called a citizen. What is citizenship? Citizenship is a status given to the citizens which provide them the right to legally live in a country as long as they want. So if you have the citizenship of a country, if we belong to a country, then that means we have the citizenship of that particular country and we have the right to live in the country and obey and also enjoy all the privileges of the country. So that is very, very important. So citizen and citizenship, I hope you understood the difference between both. For example, we are the citizens of our great country India and we enjoy the citizenship of our country. So we should always be proud to say that we are citizens of such a great motherland. So next, what are the types of citizens? There are two types of citizens, natural citizen and naturalized citizens. Natural citizen means they are born in the particular country. So by birth itself, when they are born in the particular country, naturally they become the citizens of the country, that particular country. So we are born in India, so we are the citizens of India by birth. Some are naturalized citizens, that is, they are the ones who acquire citizenship. They get the citizenship, that means. So the Citizenship Act of 1955 prescribes 5 ways of acquiring citizenship. So there are 5 ways through which we can get the citizenship of our country. So what are the methods prescribed in the Constitution? The Citizenship Act of 1955 prescribes 5 ways of acquiring citizenship. That is, we can get through 5 ways we can get the citizenship of India. They are by birth, descent, registration, naturalization and incorporation of territory. So we will see in detail. By birth, a person born in India on or after 26 January 1950, that is after we got our constitution into force, okay, but before 1st July 1987, is a citizen of India by birth irrespective of the nationality of his parents. So it means that a person who is born between 1950 and 1987 July automatically becomes a citizen of India because he is born in India, even though his parents belong to any other nation, maybe they are citizens of some other country, but anyhow he becomes the citizen of India by law. Secondly, a person born in India on or after 1st July 1987 is considered as a citizen of India only if either of his parents is a citizen of India at the time of his birth. Now, children, listen. It means a person born in India after 1st July 1987 becomes a citizen of India only either if one of his parents is already a citizen of India. If they don't belong to India, then he cannot become a citizen of India even though he is born in India. Clear? The third rule is that those are born in India on or after 3rd December 2004 are considered citizens of India, or one of whose parents is a citizen of India. That means one of the parent must be a citizen of India and the other should not be an illegal migrant. That means without permission he should not have entered India at the time of the child's birth or their birth. Understand? So if they should not be an illegal migrant, then they can become the child will be considered the citizen of India for the persons who are born after 3rd December 2004. Clear? Next, by descent. By descent means a person born outside India on or after 26th January 1950 but before 10th December 1992 is a citizen of India by descent if his father was a citizen of India at the time of his birth. Is that clear? So if the father of the citizen was that is, if the father of the child born was a citizen of India at the time of his birth, then the child will become a citizen of India. The second point is the person born outside India on or after 10th December 1992 is considered as a citizen of India if either of his parents is a citizen of India at the time of his birth. So if the parents are, that is, either of his parent means one of his parent of the child is a citizen of India, and the person the child is born outside India after 1992 December, then he is considered as a citizen of India because his parent is a citizen of India. Next, from 3rd December 2004 onwards, a person born outside India shall not be a citizen of India by descent until his birth is registered at an Indian consulate within 1 year of the date of birth. So, if the child is born outside India, that means in any other country outside India, then they should register the child's birth in the Indian consulate in their country. Suppose he is born in US, then the child parent should register the child's name in the Indian consulate in that country. Then only the child will be considered as a citizen of India. Clear? That is born after 3rd December 2004. Next, by registration. A person of Indian origin who is ordinarily resident in any country or place outside undivided India. So, a person of Indian origin, he should be from India and he is residing in some other country which is outside India. Then he can, by registration, become a citizen of India. Next one, a person of Indian origin who is ordinarily resident in India for 7 years before making an application for registration. So, that is, he should be of Indian origin. He should have been born to Indian parents, and then he should be living in India for 7 years. Then only he can apply for registration. The next one, a person who is married to a citizen of India and is ordinarily resident in India for 7 years before making an application for registration. So, a person who is married to a citizen of India, he can become a resident of India if he is living in India for 7 years. Then only he can make an application for registration and then register himself. So, through these ways, they can become a citizen of India by registration. Okay. By incorporation of territory. That means if any foreign territory becomes a part of India, the government of India specifies the persons who among the people of the territory shall be the citizen of India. Such persons become the citizen of India from the notified date. For example, when Pondicherry became a part of India, the government of India issued the citizenship Pondicherry according to the order 1962. So after independence, that is when any territory, any foreign territory has become a part of India, like Pondicherry, then these territories will be given a special act. According to a special act, they will be given an order to become the citizens of India. The people will become citizens of India. They will be given the citizenship. Clear? Incorporation of territory means the territory becoming a part of India, and it is added to the Indian subcontinent. Then it becomes they become a citizen of India, the people in that particular territory. The special provision by the Assam Accord is also an example of the incorporation of territory. Through naturalization. the central government may, on an application, grant a certificate of naturalization to any person. That is, if he is not a citizen of any country, where citizens of India are prevented from becoming subjects or citizens of that country. That means in some countries there are people, that is, there are laws where Indians cannot become a citizen of their country. So they will not encourage any other country people to become their citizens. So if such a country, he is coming from such a country, means that person will not be given naturalization. But if he is not from such a country, he will be given naturalization and he can become our citizen. Secondly, a citizen of any country renounce the citizenship of that country. So he is leaving the citizenship of his country and then he is becoming the citizen of our country. Then he will be we can encourage him to become. Next one, he is either resided in India or been in the service of a government in India throughout the period of 12 months. So he is working for Indian government for more than 12 months, then he can be given. Next one, he is a good character and has an adequate knowledge of a language specified in the English schedule to the constitution. That is, 22 languages are there at present, and if he knows some language in that and he is settled in India for long, then he wants to become a citizen of India, then he can be given priority. So through these ways, one can acquire citizenship in our country, in India. Okay, children, do you know who is the first citizen of our country? Of course, it's the president. So he is Sri Ramnath Kovind. He is the present president of India and he is the first citizen of India. The lesson will be continued in the next session. Thank you, boys.